Welcome to the internet, live from an unnamed dungeon somewhere adjacent to the neighborhood of Salt Lake City. This is the Red Line Podcast. I'm your host, quote, president of the Neo-Luddites, Dunstan, and these are my co-hosts.
Kyle, quote, new member.txt, close quote, Holland, and...
Alex, quote, subject of His Majesty King Charles III, close
Long
quote.
may he reign.
Well, I think isn't he going to resign? Not too.
What, in disgrace?
I think he has cancer.
Oh, really?
I think he was going to transfer power to his son.
Good riddance.
Before he dies.
Well, get well soon. Do we like his son?
William's
royal
fine.
member of the family.
I think
depends how you feel about the royals.
I think that the UK should not be allowed to have kings. I think it should only be allowed to have queens, and that's my official take.
Okay, sure.
That's fine with me. I don't care. Close quote, Fielder. Today we're discussing an unusual British success story, the Nottingham Express Transit, NET, which locals may know simply as the Tram. Just how did the home of Robin Hood get a modern light rail system? And where will the system go next?
All this after we respond to YouTube comments.
And the news.
and also shortly the news. So a couple of people commented in saying what they think the real British BART is. This is on
good Lord.
episode 109, where we called the Tyne and Wear Metro BART in Britain. I think we're right.
Brit-Bart.
One commenter writes that they say it's a Mersey Rail.
Mersey Rail is a good, not Mercy Rail, Mersey Rail.
Mersey Rail.
Mersey Rail is also a good contender, I think. We're going to talk about that not next week, but the week after.
Cool. And then somebody else said it's the Met Line.
The Metropolitan Line? That's fake news.
All right. Thank you, commenters.
News.
Do.
The second part of the Second Avenue subway is one step closer to finally becoming a reality. Earlier this week, the MTA approved a contract to bore subway tunnels from 116th Street to 125th Street, with plans now in place for trains to use the already existing tunnels further to the south. The 1970 tunnels at 116th will also be retrofitted to accommodate a new station.
I saw a really scary news YouTube video, like the 2-minute ones where they say nothing productive, saying that dozens of people will be displaced by eminent domain.
Good.
Dozens.
I support displacing these people.
So I was going to say that's impressively low for a project in Manhattan where the density is like 50 people per like square inch.
No, that's obviously a tragedy and they should be well compensated by the city, but also...
Got to put the station entrance somewhere.
So that's between like 24 and 48 people.
Several people even.
I didn't click on this because I know it's just toxic.
Dozens.
Was it the like weird one the annoying one that always has people wearing like Gucci and stuff?
I don't know. I don't watch this.
Wish that was us.
Like, so, naturally New York socialists. Do you have it?
Oh, no, I have the official EIS document saying that what things might get displaced, and it is multiple thousands of square feet of commercial space. Just over 10,000.
Okay, so
that's
10
one
of
the
the
phases.
basements we're
Several businesses.
Oh, we have a different thing. Oh, these are per station. Okay.
Yeah, they're only building 2 stations. At, by the way, a cost of $7 billion.
in. Steal.
and get this, doing this using tunnels that already exist thing, which was apparently not on the table previously, is going to save them $500 million. So,
They're saving... Wait, how are they saving $500 million?
using tunnels that already exist, which they didn't want to do previously, apparently.
For a savings of $500 million, any amount of pain in the ass seems worth it.
Okay, but how are you spending $700 million on tunnels that already exist, mostly? It doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter how much this costs.
Transit cost project.
Yeah. First of all, it doesn't matter how much this costs because it's going to serve 100,000 people a day. Because it's the freaking New York City and everything just gets bonkers ridership. And so actually, interestingly, on a cost per per daily rider basis, this is the cheapest project being built in the United States right now.
Oh God, I forgot how this one has just been on deck for like many decades.
Trillions of years.
Okay, so the estimate is, if I'm reading this chart correctly, correct me in the comments at Boost Engagement, is that the Second Avenue subway will displace 351 people and 150,000 square feet of commercial space.
That's it?
Yeah, that's like one mid-rise apartment building. So, like that
Yeah,
sucks.
it sucks for
and
them.
We should
but
do
like,
proper process.
yeah,
and
put
get
them somewhere else.
Get them somewhere newer and a bit and even nicer. They're already in central Manhattan, so I'm sure it's nice enough as is.
Well,
but,
a lot of them are. This is East Harlem though. So some of these people might be like 80-year-old grandmas who are African American and have lived there in a rent-controlled apartment that costs $800 a month for like 40 years. So I can see that's very bad for them.
Yeah, but 351 people for a project this flipping big
It's going to
in
move
Manhattan.
100,000 people a day.
This seems on the surface pretty effectively minimized.
Yeah. So anyway, sorry to the 351 people who will be impacted. Congratulations to the millions of people who will be positively impacted.
And yeah, comment if people aren't being well taken care of by the MTA's contractors.
Yeah, and tell them and throw a brick at them until they do take care of them.
Yeah. One of those foam bricks, and do it in Minecraft.
In Minecraft.
Any other news items?
No, that's all I have today.
Do.
That was fast. That was very fast. It's maybe the fastest ever, even.
The Fast Line podcast. The Red Line if it had a tunnel.
That's true.
No, a tunnel would be fucking
Dude.
stupid. Red Line if it had a
Dude,
viaduct.
okay, can I just complain real quick about the fact
Please.
that for the past 2 months the Red Line has been shut down?
Yes.
That has made my life measurably worse on multiple occasions. And I'm glad that it took them 2 months to replace like 2 blocks worth of track, even though, from what I could see, most of the time they weren't actually doing anything.
And they also fully rebuilt the switch by Stadium, which was a pretty impressive feat, and they had a lot of people working on that one at once. I got some little videos.
Oh, well, I haven't been up
But
there.
all said and done, this is impressively little work for 2.5 months. And
Right, like this is like the time that they shut down the whole system for like 2 weeks last summer to replace a grade crossing.
Yeah. Oh, they're doing another shutdown this coming weekend
You
between
can't
Murray
do
Central
that.
and Fashion
College
Place.
started. You have to do all that shit over the summer.
And not to mention all the people who use the Red Line to commute to campus anyways during the summer or to other places.
Yeah, because like, you know,
There's an
largest
entire working
employer in
hospital
Salt
there.
Lake City and the Salt Lake Valley is in fact the University of Utah Medical Center.
The university is actually relatively reliant on Utah Transit Authority for actual
Because
transportation.
they don't
It is
have
not a
very
toy.
much parking.
They have a
Oh, yeah, I've
shit ton
been
of
there.
parking, but they're fundamental physics. Anyways, this whole 2.5 month closure and the work done is emblematic of UTA always choosing the cheapest possible construction. Like only regular weekday shifts. Very rarely do they ever do night or weekend work.
Cowards.
And they never really get their teams working on multiple things at once. Like we've had some grade crossing reconstructions where they've had a double length closure to do 2 crossings instead of doing them at the same time.
And then also, they won't just buy one of those things they have in Europe that give you a crossover so you can do single tracking without
Mind blowing.
having to have an interlocking.
Oh, like a temporary one?
Yeah,
That's
they
a
have
thing?
those. They do.
Wow.
Well,
They're designed for use with light rail vehicles.
Well, we refuse to use our existing strategically placed
Jesus.
switches that are designed to allow us to do single track maintenance.
Yeah. What's the deal with that, man? Like,
even
I
have-
understand it will create disruptions, but surely it will create less disruptions than shutting down the entire red and blue lines, basically, for an entire week to replace a single grade crossing at Fashion Point every freaking fall.
UTA knows that the bus bridge logistics are an absolute nightmare for all staff,
Yeah, and they
passengers,
suck
dispatch,
at it.
and
And
drivers.
they suck so bad at bus bridges.
Well, because they keep the train schedule the exact same on other times, so you're guaranteed to not connect to anything useful.
Yeah, it's so great. And I don't know. We don't run trains that frequently. I feel like we can
No, we
probably make
don't.
single tracking work. Like our most frequent corridor is every 5 minutes. And everywhere else it's 10 minutes or less.
We could also consider going back to ye olde, slightly more pain in the ass, precast grade crossing panels. They're bumpier.
Oh, no.
They don't last as long.
Oh.
But at least when you replace them, you don't have to break the entire fucking system for 3 or 4 days.
Oh. But then it will cost marginally more.
Again, the symptomatic of UTA picking.
And we can't use it to build the point.
Yeah, that's the real problem with everything. No, but they always choose the cheapest possible means of construction and the cheapest possible technologies, even to the detriment of literally everyone.
Yeah,
including
like those
themselves.
stupid. I like the new real-time signs that they have, but also, like, surely you can do slightly better than that. In the year of our Lord 2025, you can do better
They're
than, like,
probably
these,
more
like,
reliable than
LED
a TV.
displays. They are not more reliable
Maybe
than
what
TV.
they should.
There is nothing in the world that is more reliable
That's
than a
true.
consumer television.
They're more expensive than TVs too, I'd bet.
Like,
Maybe-
you put that in, a waterproof case, and it will run until the end of time.
The problem is they're not going to do that. They're going to buy one of the weird, expensive commercial ones.
And you don't even have to program it. Like, you can put, like, a freaking PowerPoint in there.
That's how they do this stuff anyways in most commercial installations. It runs Windows and with the shittiest fake PowerPoint app you've ever seen. I do also wonder if they should just have, like, one big TV instead of, like, a bunch of individual signs per bay.
Well, they do have that at some places.
They have it at Ogden. I like it.
Ogden and Salt Lake Central and Central Point.
Well, Salt
and
Lake
Provo.
Central is because there's one pickup point for every bus. All hail.
The way it should be. Rich Vern.
I love one of the most powerful bus
The
stops
thing
on the
I
system.
always try to do in city skylines that doesn't work because the buses are too frequent. Anyway,
Well,
this has been the news. Oh, wait, we already did that.
yeah, we did already do
I just
that.
wanted to whine.
This has been extended
Yeah.
news.
Yeah, I'll let you figure out how to edit
Nottingham.
that later.
Nottingham. Which is in
Nottingham?
Nottingham.
She not on my ham.
Okay,
Till
yeah.
I build one of those machines that turns a pig into cubed pre-cooked ham.
Spam is good, man. Spam is...
No, I mean like just the straight ham that comes in little cubes in the vacuum pack at the grocery store.
Oh, I like those too. I put them in mac and
I'm
cheese.
not saying they're bad. I'm just saying I'm intimidated by the concept of a machine that turns a pig into
Yeah,
that.
the sort of animal homogenizer.
Yeah.
I love the animal homogenizer 3000. Every morning I wake up to my job at the animal homogenization factory where I create cubes of animal.
Yeah.
Multiple animals homogenized together.
Ew.
This message brought
That's
to you
sausage, I
by
guess.
PETA, who makes all their spam out of cats.
I support PETA.
Cat spam.
Yeah, because they operate a bunch of the most notorious kill shelters in the world.
You know, I haven't heard that, but you know, I don't doubt it.
We'll leave it to the commenters. Next
People
topic.
for the eating of tasty animals. You know, this is a funny PETA story for you guys.
Yeah.
There is near my home in the great city of Nampa, Idaho, not near my home, but, you know, in driving distance of my home, a road called Chicken Dinner Road. And this road is quite funny, and there you can buy stickers from a winery on Chicken Dinner Road about, you know, the fact that you visited Chicken Dinner Road. But several years ago, it was the topic of major controversy because PETA sued, I think, Canyon County to try and get it renamed because
Don't think having that as a name is a crime in any way, shape,
it's a
or
crime
form.
against animals.
You can only sue for, like, crimes that are illegal.
Yeah, which is why this did not succeed.
Oh,
But it
okay.
was in the news that PETA tried to sue
Maybe
Canyon
PETA
County
just wanted the news story.
Why would you want that news story? Idiotic animal rights organization attempts to...
All publicity is good publicity.
That's not true.
People say
I
it
mean,
all the
it
time,
kind of
though.
is
For
true.
PETA, it might be true.
And the Just
Yeah,
Stop Oil.
I'm
people.
okay. Here's the thing: I have yet to be convinced that PETA is not like a meat industry op.
That's how I feel about the Just Stop Oil.
Yeah, Just
Yeah.
Stop Oil clearly funded by ExxonMobil. I have to say, or probably BP because it's primarily British.
I think BP.
Anyhow, that's another conspiracy theory of the day.
The Conspiracy Theory
Nottingham.
Line podcast.
Nottingham.
After the poster of every single mistake we've ever made, we'll make a poster of every single conspiracy theory we've ever platformed.
In
Which is gonna be
Nottinghamshire. Wouldn't you like to go to Nottinghamshire?
Shire upon Nottingham.
Nottingham upon Trent.
What,
Because that's,
actually?
Yeah, it's on the river Trent.
Oh, that's what the upon means?
Yeah.
I was just stringing words together like I was some sort of
Did you not know
next
that
word
the
prediction
upon
machine.
means like the river?
No,
Oh, well, now you learned.
thank you.
Didn't we just learn about this at Newcastle upon Tyne a couple weeks ago?
We did.
That makes sense. I had just taken it that was the name and rolled with it.
Okay, fair enough. It is the legendary home of English folk hero Robin Hood and a historic
Whoa.
center of lace, bicycle, and tobacco manufacturing.
Those
My
are-
3 favorite industries.
Extremely orthogonal, but very cool.
They actually still have a district that's called like the Lace Makers Quarter. So that's
They've got
quite fun.
those really intricate old lace machines, don't they?
They
This is so
do.
cool.
Oh, to make like the grandma lace.
I feel
Yeah.
like you should look it up because I think that would be an interest of yours based on the type setting
Yeah,
you've been doing.
more hobbies. Let's go. More hobbies.
Yeah, you're gonna start making lace. Today, it is a thriving city of about 1 million people with a large university scene, and I mean that. Like in an area of about 950,000 people, there are 60 or 70,000 university students. So
Oh wow!
it's a very sizable university area.
Very sizable. More normal ratio
Yeah,
than a lot of...
University of Nottingham is probably like the Cornell of the United Kingdom. Like
Okay,
it's like a
okay.
very good school, but it's not Oxford or Cambridge, right?
Yeah.
It's a very good school, but it's not Harvard, Yale, Columbia, etc.
But the people are still annoying about it.
Yeah. Naturally. Just the sort of place that you would expect to have a modern light rail system, actually.
Whoa, for once in this series.
I know. So the history of public transport in Nottingham began in 1878, when the first horse-drawn omnibus lines were introduced as a precursor to tram service.
Sweet.
Sweet. We love it.
Do they have big hills for the horses to fall down and get gored
They
on?
do, actually.
And then be sold to PETA?
Which we were about to talk to.
Talk
rest
to?
in peace.
Talk to the horse
No,
ghosts?
about. I haven't eaten anything, okay?
Because of woke?
No, because I forget.
You for gore?
I'm for gore to eat.
Okay.
So trams began rolling down the city streets the following years, but the hills were too steep for horse-drawn cars.
Called it.
So
Called
they
it.
ended up having helper teams of horses, so they'd hitch up more horses to the tram.
Whoa, like
haul it up the
Helper,
hill.
Utah.
Yes.
But during the same era as steam engines.
Yeah, but just with horses.
horse engine.
You really weren't kidding about the hills.
Yeah, it's a very hilly city.
They sure.
Oh, that's a cool map.
relief.
Welcome to Nottingham.
False color relief. That's new
Yeah,
to me.
you can put that on
Um,
screen right now.
Well, if Alex pastes the link, then sure.
Yeah, I added in.
They also tried steam engines, but that proved to be not so great.
This was a pretty dumb phase in most places.
So the local tramway company was municipalized in 1897 after failing to ever make a profit during its brief period of
That
existence.
is early.
And I'm beginning to wonder, because we've had this sort of story a couple times now in our English vacation. Is this like a thing in the UK, like early nationalization / municipalization? Did they just kind of do that?
Because in the US in that same time period, you get like mass competition.
Yes,
from
I
a
am
bunch
the
of
owner
parallel
of the
lines.
14th Street Streetcar Company, which competes with the 9th Street and the 1st Street Streetcar Company in a cutthroat battle where we occasionally, dig up each other's tracks and put pennies on there to hopefully derail each other. Twirls mustache.
Maybe Britain didn't have the same environment for speculation.
Yeah, or like their capitalism was different and like more aristocratic.
Wow. The Red Line Marxism podcast. See, I used the word Marxism because you said anything about economics, and I know Marxism has something to do with economics.
Yeah, Marxism is when you talk about economics. And
Yeah.
the more you talk about economics, the more Marxism there is.
Yeah.
Hey, I just learned we have a new patron, and I know that guy.
Cool.
We are gaining Anglo-Catholic patrons. Now we have to say that we like incense. He'll appreciate that.
The Red Line Video podcast, except we're huffing incense the whole time.
We can light an incense for...
You probably don't use the right kind of incense.
No, there's lemongrass right there.
Oh, lemongrass is nice, but it's not what you use in church.
Saying.
Anyhow. Electrification was completed soon afterwards, with Nottingham's tram network going electric in 1901.
Tram train?
No.
Perchance?
You can see here that they have these mix of double-decker and single-decker trams, which are quite nice.
Love it.
1901 feels early for electrification, but I guess this is
1901
also
late for electrification.
Oh,
Electric trams traction was invented.
right,
in-
1890s.
Yeah.
Okay, might be. I
Didn't
lied.
Salt Lake be out Nottingham?
Yeah, we were the second ever to have electric traction.
Woke.
Oh.
And the first to have trolley buses, don't you forget it.
Oh.
I just
That's a W.
Mid.
I'd like to say this picture you put up. I love how the double-decker bus is just off the ground on a barrel.
I know. Like, what is the deal with that? Can we talk and look at that for a minute? Like,
Double decker broke.
I love to jack up my entire bus and then
Yeah.
just stick it on a couple of barrels.
Hey, they
That's
made
so delightfully 1900s.
back in the day. They made good barrels.
Yeah, and I also love maintaining my buses and my trams in the same facility.
You know, I don't think they were that different at the time. This was back when they were just shitty wood boxes.
This is true. So this electrification was probably a relief to the locals, as the system had been shut down for several days a year earlier due to an outbreak of pinkeye among the horses. Which is maybe the
That's
funniest
unique.
thing that I've ever heard of in the history of trams, maybe ever.
I like how they got really irked for just a couple of days of being shut down.
Well, that's a big deal.
Yeah,
you,
no,
you
no.
have to walk to work or whatever. This is the only way to get
It was
around.
probably a groggy week.
Yeah, it was this crushed the economy of Nottinghamshire for several days.
No, the lace makers could not.
The lace
Go to the
industry
loo.
was in shambles. The bicycle, the weird penny farthing bicycle industry was
and
in
the tobacco
shambles.
industry.
And no one in the entirety of Britain could smoke. For
And they're all
those-
going stark raving mad
Yeah.
because of it.
Yeah, naturally, because, those three things are the cornerstone of the United Kingdom's economy. Lace, weird bicycles, and tobacco.
Fine by me.
I love taking my bicycle to my job at the lace factory while
Wow.
smoking
Tobacco.
out my pipe.
And then falling off of my bicycle because it's a penny farthing and the roads are made out of cobbles if you're lucky, and then getting on the tram and contracting pink eye from a horse.
Man,
always
I think I
forget.
would have done really good in this period of the United Kingdom.
Probably,
I
actually.
think I would
yeah.
have done excellent.
It always blows my mind that the
provided I
safety
was cis.
bicycle wasn't invented first. I'm like, why was the penny farthing invented
no-
first?
Because it's
No,
fun.
it has no
Because
drivetrain.
it's cooler.
The pedals are directly mounted to the wheel.
I
That's
guess
why.
so, but it's
No, that's
It's
why.
not that
Okay.
hard to make a drivetrain.
You go in the fucking 1900s. and
I
do
will.
that.
I'll be like, hey, can you make me a chain that interlocks with this gear? And there will be some machinist who is like, sure thing, just give me half a sovereign.
Turns out that's a hard thing to do, and the development of bicycles kept
Weak.
pace with the development of
Weak.
industrial technology as a
Weak.
whole.
Weak.
can't be that hard, right?
Like they're
Cowards.
just getting off of wooden spoking on a metal spoking.
Cowards.
they could have just
they're
invented
just-
a horizontal bicycle, though.
But then you need to be
I
sitting
guess
over
a
one of the
recumbent-
wheels.
A recumbent bicycle. Why didn't we have recumbent bicycles?
Recumbent bicycles still have a drivetrain.
Yeah, probably a gear ratio thing is the other
guess
thing.
so, yeah.
Because if you have no
Cowards.
drivetrain.
Cowards, weaklings.
Well,
I would
why
simply
not-
be better.
Maybe I'll find a penny farthing.
Where is
Maybe
your
that'll
aluminum?
Be my hobby.
Your weird hobby, you'll be
Yeah.
the penny farthing guy.
And then you can.
I would pay to see
That
that
is
at the
very
weekly ride.
neo-Luddite of you. So listeners, you listeners, and I will advertise this at the end.
Advertising in digital form.
Ugh.
Wow.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
feels unwholesome.
Hey, you want to do a Redline CD episode someday?
I would. Can we do a record? Can we do a vinyl
That
pressing?
would be
Too
fun.
expensive.
Fucking expensive.
We can do it ourselves.
Oh
No.
no, we cannot.
Oh,
No.
okay.
No,
well,
that would be.
You have to make custom metal tooling and hot press the vinyl.
Oh,
That's-
for every single.
Well,
Yes.
you make like the
upfront-
metal.
Oh.
The
plates.
upfront cost is the tooling for the
Okay,
custom
well, we
metal
should
plates.
make a CD only episode.
Yeah, that's
for
basically fucking free. You
for
can
our
just get some
front runner
CDRs.
patrons.
Well, why
Okay.
not for all?
Yeah, the CDs are fucking cheap. We can
Okay,
do that
we're
for
doing
everyone.
we're doing a CD episode of Patreon.
We might have-
Postage will cost more than the CD.
We might.
We can do the USPS media mail rate, which was originally
Okay,
invented
this
for
is-
Netflix.
I
This
also-
is fascinating.
I have a CD stomper, so we can make a custom like printed out label.
A CD
For the-
stomper.
Yeah, Giles has it right now. But
What does that
so
do?
it's like a sticker that is the perfect size of the
Oh.
CD, and then you just put it upside down, and then you put the
Yeah.
CD on, and then you got Womp,
Cool.
and then it just applies it pretty nicely.
Okay.
We're learning so much today.
I love being in Neo-Luddite.
Trolley bustitution commenced.
Bus prostitution
You
again
guys
on
are
the
so
Red Line
funny.
podcast.
You have not made this joke like 10 times before.
It gets funnier
Uh,
every time.
Sure,
Is
sure.
this just like our the question joke from a while ago? Which
Yeah,
really pissed
we're
Kyle off?
switching to this one. So I can
okay.
piss you off.
So it commenced in 1927, and motor bustitution picked up in the following years. The last of the original Nottingham trams ran in 1936.
Rip.
Apparently, the Depression hit
I
hard.
forgot that was a global thing.
Yeah, it was actually worse in the UK in a lot of ways than it was
Why
here.
does the UK get everything worse?
Because because it's penance for murdering billions of people around the world with their empire.
Okay.
That's my actual opinion, by the way. But and you see this lovely little sticker here, or ticket here.
It actually says souvenir ticket on it.
It does. Trolley buses would remain in service for 30 more years, ultimately being scrapped in 1966. And you can see here a ticket from the last run of the, quote, electric trolley bus in the city of Nottingham. From Valley Road to Queen Street on Friday, 1st July, 1966 at 12:15 p.m. Lord Mayor.
Lord Mayor. Wow.
Gosh, I do love the United Kingdom.
I do love how
sometimes.
the United States specifically had to outlaw any giving of royal titles because this
Boo.
is such a prolific problem in the UK.
Boo. Boo. I want to be the Duchess of Salt Lake City. I promise that I am extremely normal and can be trusted with the lands and holdings of the Salt Lake Valley.
Yeah.
Actually, I would be a countess because it's Salt Lake County.
Wait, is that actually
Uh-huh.
why?
That's where that comes from.
No shit.
Yeah.
I'm learning so much today.
Yeah, a county is the holdings of a count or countess.
No way.
Uh-huh.
Cool.
So anyhow, as it turned out, getting rid of rail transit was maybe not the best idea. Shocking, I know.
So the trolley bus was quit in 1966, and the problem started becoming very obvious.
Yeah,
in...
interestingly, in the 1950s, Nottingham Transit had its highest ever ridership year when it carried 147 million people.
I don't imagine the huge number of people
Which
lived
is
in Nottingham at the time.
crazy numbers.
Like, I want to know the rides per capita
I'm
per
betting
year on
it's
that.
probably like 300.
God.
It's like New York. So anyhow, things used to be different.
Yeah.
By the 1980s, the West Midlands, and especially Nottingham, were absolutely clogged with traffic. Road networks were constrained by limited crossings over the River Trent. There are still only 3 or 4 of those today.
What is it with all these, giant-ass rivers?
It rains a lot there.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
And they're not so much giant-ass rivers as a profusion of medium to large rivers.
Probably, perhaps even worse than just one giant-ass river.
Well, I mean, the River Thames is a pretty large river, but, most rivers in the UK are, like Snake River-sized or smaller. It's just there's a lot of them. Have you ever seen the Snake River?
Yeah.
It's pretty large.
I haven't seen, the big end. I've just seen, the
Snake
Idaho,
River's
Wyoming end.
huge.
Even in Twin Falls, it's, a quarter mile wide.
So it's
And a quarter mile river is very difficult to bridge.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. No, I'm thinking further east where it pinches more.
Yeah, further east it's not so big. When it's coming out of Wyoming, it's a fairly small river.
That's the part that's in my
But then
head.
all there's all in sort of middle Idaho, all these north-south valleys that have really high mountains in them. And so all those rivers run down, and a lot of them actually go underground before they get into the Snake
Spooky.
River. There's 2 rivers called the Big Lost and the Little Lost
Oh,
rivers that
yeah.
disappear underground for 100 miles each. Anyway,
We have a
Idaho
lost
geography.
creek here in Utah.
Because they get lost. Haha, very funny. So planners decided that they maybe ought to reintroduce trams to Nottingham.
Maybe, perhaps.
Maybe shouldn't have got rid of them in the first place. Interesting.
Wow, it's almost like they're a practical transportation solution.
I know. So planning began in earnest in 1989 with initial proposals calling for the system to largely follow existing train tracks.
Seems like a decent idea. That usually makes for fast trains.
This would have involved running through an underground car park, which proved to be infeasible, and plans for that particular alignment were soon scrapped. So I'm imagining, those like double rows where you like drive through to park. I'm imagining there's just sort of like street running through
train.
the tunnel.
Parking
I
garage
think that
running
would be
train.
quite funny. I think that's probably not what was actually planned, but I think that's quite funny.
Please
and
don't give any rich people any ideas.
I think that's a great idea, actually.
Okay.
So
God.
they came up with a more reasonable alignment, and construction began in 2000 with a consortium of companies called AdTrans bidding for a design build operate contract on the system's initial line. UK loves their DBOs.
I can tell.
Construction concluded in 2004, and the line opened to the public to general acclaim. It quickly busted past its ridership projections, how very early 2000s light rail of it.
Yeah.
And served 10 million riders per year by 2008.
That's pretty good.
It's almost like most of these early 2000 light rail systems are going on the most obvious, best possible train route in their cities, like the absolute
And
lowest
the cheapest
hanging
one.
Yeah, the cheapest and best, most absolute lowest hanging fruit of a route. In a place that has been absolutely starved for any form of transit that's any good for
suck.
a really long time.
Yeah.
No offense, Salt Lake City State Street bus pre-tracks.
Which did suck
Damn.
because of traffic on State Street.
Yeah, well,
Even though
still
it supposedly ran like every 10 minutes or something with
Whoa.
Arties.
More than every 15 minutes?
UTA
That's
cannot
actually
comprehend this.
incomprehensible. That's inconceivable in the brain of a UTA
Because even
planner.
because the funny thing is that instead of actually just improving the two, they're going to create two 15-minute bus routes
Yeah.
that overlap with one another because they literally cannot
go opposite ways around
They
campus.
literally cannot comprehend the idea of a single route running more than
No.
It's quite funny actually.
I don't mind the opposite direction idea, but
It
I
seems
think
like a
it's
decent-
quite silly. I don't
But I
like
guess-
it. Because when they tried it for the All-Stars game,
Yeah.
no one liked it.
oh really?
Yeah.
Trying to actually use the double frequency is basically impossible. You get 15-minute frequency just to more places, and the
Yeah.
south side of campus already has tracks and the 4.
Yeah. So
I guess
So maybe they should just improve the 4.
just make the 2 run here's my proposal. Make the 2 run 8 times an hour, which is quite frequently, and then every 30 minutes one trip continues to become the 220. So move the 220
Sure.
from the bottom of campus to the top of campus, and anyway.
No, don't move it to the top of campus.
Yeah, and then just have it go down.
Well, same problem as the 209 extension that kills your ability to take through trips into downtown.
I don't care. I don't think. I think that there should be better options for through trips from Sugar House to downtown.
Well, there aren't, so
But they should do that.
They should.
They should put me in charge of planning, actually.
maybe the Highland Drive bus should go more often than every 30 minutes.
Or maybe one bus continues to be the 2 and the other does the current route, and then it goes back to being a frequent service like it was before. Fun fact, the 220 used to run every 15 minutes.
So, in other words, just double frequency on the 220 and call it a day.
Yeah, you might just want a double frequency on the
I
220.
think you would also want more 2 service as well.
So double frequency on the 2 and the 220. And then you have a bus
cool.
up second every 4 minutes.
I'm still waiting on my 17 frequency.
Oh, God.
Ugh.
See you.
Every
never.
bus in Salt Lake City.
That just came out.
That was a Freudian slip right there. A genuine Freudian slip. Every bus in Salt Lake City should run for 15 minutes or more frequently. Change my mind.
I'd be happy with a
won't.
30-minute minimum for
Nope.
the entire
Nope,
network
nope, nope,
statewide.
Nope. I don't care about the rest of the state. Screw them.
Yeah, Connect Transit, schmack schmanch it.
Oh, the rest of the state in my head did not include Logan.
Consolidate all transit operations under the Utah Transit Authority. Change my mind.
I'm in the year of our Lord 2025, probably a bad idea
Wrong.
because UTA and all these agencies are so strung for cash that this would probably just result in service cuts.
Or it would just
Or it'd
save
work out
on
great.
administrative duplicity.
I don't know. You should see the portion of UTA's budget that's spent on some form of administration or other, which is a lot.
Yeah, and then but you reduce duplication of administration for the other agencies, thereby freeing up more money.
Connect Transit could have more buses.
This is a theory.
It's not a theory; it's correct.
I would like it if it came with like a state funding commitment or a new tax.
Tax
In my Utah.
You said tax?
Huh?
Yeah.
Read my lips.
No new taxes.
If since our sales tax is now 8.45% because Ryan Smith got his 0.5.
I think we should just go to 10. And then give all the money
If
to
we
UTA.
spend all of it on
To build a
UTA, count
subway.
me in.
Base tunnel to
fuck it.
Logan.
Base tunnel to Logan.
Tomorrow.
With that kind of money, we
Yeah.
could afford a base tunnel to Logan.
Utah Measure M. Let's go.
How about Measure T?
For transit.
Yeah.
Well, it's M because it's California. They put everything in alphabetical
I
or
love you,
numeric order.
California. I love you, California. You're the greatest.
This song is being
state of
performed
all.
specifically for the
I
Gav.
love you
Listen in.
in the winter, summer, spring, and in the fall. That's their actual state song.
Beats Oregon.
Beach Utah.
No, it doesn't. Everything beats Utah.
Wait, you think Oregon's current state song is better than California's current state song?
Kinda, yeah.
Oh, oof, rip California.
Even their new and somewhat denuded state song is better than
I like the flag more than ours.
whose?
Oregon's.
I like everyone's flag more than ours. I think our flag looks fascist, but I've said that before.
The Desnat flag?
Yeah, I think it
Yeah.
looks Desnatty.
It does,
anyhow.
yes. I'm going to keep calling it that. So,
So, NET's first line was 8.7 miles long and had 23 stops in total.
that's a lot of fucking stops.
Yeah, so the express portion of the acronym may be a bit misleading. This is a proper European-style tram rather than a light rail system.
Any clue how much of it's corridor? Any?
Oh, I could look it up. But it's in some portions, in the inner portion, it's very street running. In outer portions, it's substantially RW.
Wow, what an early 2000s light rail.
Yes, very shocking, I know. So it was so successful, in fact, that planning for a second line began even before the first line opened. And
Yeah,
and
yeah,
that may
yeah.
be something, or maybe they just wanted to build a second line. Who am I to say? Planning approval for the second line was given in 2009, but the county... Bad timing, yeah. But the county had been severely affected by the 2008 financial crisis and declined to fund a second phase. A new DBO contract had to be secured with a different set of contractors before construction could go forward. And that took 3 years. So construction finally began in 2012 with
work concluding in 2014. Average construction timeline in Anglican countries.
There are no typos in any Red Line podcast script, by the way.
I don't know. This one's a pretty funny joke.
The new portions of the system included two...
Wait, so that actually only took 2 years to build?
Yeah, it was pretty good.
The hell? What are we doing over here?
It was, I don't know, it was a brief moment of 2010's efficiency.
It was classic English vigor.
Wait. Yeah.
I like
And moxie.
I like the degree to which you have an English accent increased dramatically when you said the word vigor.
I feel like a real statesman.
Vigor.
Must be the lace talking. So this brought it from 8.7 to 20 miles. So that's an
Yeah, it was
additional
a
like
pretty
11
substantial
miles
expansion.
in 2 years. What are we doing over here?
I don't know. And ridership rebounded after the post-recession slump, thanks to this opening. So today, the NET operates a two-line network with a large shared segment and carries about 15 million riders per year, which is about 40,000 riders per day, which is about 2,000 riders per mile of track per day.
That's
which
fine.
is Portland Max pre-pandemic.
Wow.
Interestingly, this is their post-pandemic ridership. Pre-pandemic, they were doing about 20 million riders a year, which gets them like 55. So like, I don't know, 3-ish thousand riders per mile, which is like San Diego. So quite good.
Jeez.
Perfectly respectable.
The only UK light rail system with a silly backronym.
I can tell by the periods every time you write the backronym.
The NET, the NET.
It's. I guess this
Well-
was actually a post-internet invention. So
Yeah.
Wouldn't a backronym, isn't that normally when
It's-
you take an
it's-
acronym and then
Yeah.
you called it like
then you contrive.
Yeah, they were clearly
Something's-
contriving like something to fit the words net.
Yeah. We're not gonna check if this is true.
No, I
Okay.
made that up.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's definitely true. Nottingham Express Transit, especially since it's in no way express.
Yeah.
Like there is no portion of this
That-
line that is in any way express.
So that makes the backronym theory more likely.
Yeah.
So rolling stock, it has 15 Bombardier and Centros dating to 2004, and 22 Alstom Citatuses
That
dating.
sounds like cicada, like the bug.
Yeah, well, they don't have those there.
Oh, okay. In that case, it doesn't sound like
Dating to 2013/14.
Hmm.
Interestingly, all the trains are named after local celebrities and historical
that.
heroes.
They named the trains. It's so
They
cute.
did. It's I like that a lot, actually.
Real Plowy
Let's see.
McPlowface
We're gonna
moment.
I didn't have the page up, but we're gonna get the page up just so that we can have a look at some of these. Let's see. So we have tram number 201, which is Torville and Dean.
Who's that?
I have no clue.
Okay. I feel
Tram 211 is named after Robin Hood.
Okay.
I don't know who any of these people are.
Well, maybe because you're not from Nottingham.
234, George Africanus
Oh,
was a West African former slave who became a successful entrepreneur in Nottingham, England.
Cool.
number 220 is named after Martin. Do you recognize this guy?
Wait, is he the guy that made? No, he's not. Okay.
He's on like a YouTube channel ran by a
Oh.
different guy.
Yeah.
Who also works with CGP Grey.
Yeah, I forgot the YouTube channel, but yeah.
Yeah.
205 is named after Lord Byron, my favorite
Oh, is
moody
this
English poet.
the computer file channel? Brady Heron?
It's Brady. It's one of his many channels.
Okay, then
yeah.
it's computer file. Yeah, that's
Crazy
cool.
to name your tram after Lord Byron, actually.
She buy on my Ron till I.
No, he was a
Tram
really
train?
kind of interesting character.
Oh.
It's
Kind of
I like how-
like a sex fiend.
classic
In
English.
in the consensual way?
Yes and no.
Oh.
Alrighty.
May have also been a necrophiliac.
Okay, who else we got?
Which is why I say it's crazy to name a tram after him. We have Rebecca Adlington, a competitive swimmer who got 2 gold medals at the 2008 Summer Olympics.
Ooh, that's a lot of gold medals.
That's kind of all I'm getting here. I don't know who any of these people are.
Wow, it's almost like you're not from Nottingham.
Mary Potter, presumably Harry Potter. Oh, she was a nun.
Oh, I was going to say post-transition Harry Potter.
J.K. Rowling is mad. Okay, and then we're just gonna that's all I'm gonna say about that. I will say I love that they have a weird mini one-way section, which is
What? Like a turning loop?
no,
or
no, no.
what?
Look here, look. In sort of slightly north of downtown, there is this weird like two-way, one-way thing,
Like it
they have in
splits into a
Portland.
one-way couplet.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Oh, that's the word I was looking for. But interestingly, it's not in anywhere particularly important. It's just kind of in like a random suburban area.
For like street running purposes?
See, I'd expect that on either sides of one of their many universities.
Yeah, it's
but-
next to like a Tesco.
Oh well, that's very important.
That's reason enough.
So trains come as often as 7 minutes during peak hours, making for an impressive 3.5 minute frequency on the core network.
Bro.
Okay.
What are we doing over here?
Also,
you
pretty
notice,
good operating hours. Trams run as late as 2 p.m. or
Yeah.
a.m. Excuse me.
You notice how these numbers are less than every 15 minutes?
UTA cannot comprehend this.
And they're not 15, 30, or 60?
And you can see here that pre-pandemic ridership peaked out at about 18.25 million. So,
That really just shot up after that extension. And then,
yeah, it did.
And then COVID.
Yeah, but it's mostly recovered now, as you can see, because 18 18 or 19 was like the peak, and so we're at 15 now. So they're getting back.
That's pretty
They're
impressive.
returning.
Have they been doing like anything in particular, or is it just like a fundamentally pretty good system?
No, it's a quite good system built on corridors that are actually urban, and so there is sort of inherent ridership to it.
They're not crutching up their entire system on park and
how
ride.
Muni Metro is recovering surprisingly well for a light rail system in a major city, because
It's almost you shouldn't build a transit system just around driving, sucking a certain amount.
That's interesting. I cannot comprehend this.
No.
No major plans for expansion at the moment, but there are a number of ideas that have been floated and could happen in the far future. So that is the net, one of the Nottingham transits of all time. Presumably taking from the rich via value-added tax to give to the poor in terms of public transportation.
I don't think
we're not actually looking at the funding model, but I love a good value-added tax
from the
joke.
poor as well.
The value-added tax takes from everyone.
Yes.
Yeah. No, Nottingham would be a place I'd be interested in going
I would.
one day.
Yes.
The Redline Podcast actual UK tour
Also,
one day.
let's see if the narrowboat network goes there.
Oh,
right, on the narrowboat map.
I'm sure it
Let's
does.
see. UK narrowboat.
The Redline Podcast narrowboat tour.
Oh. Patrons, you keep giving us money. We're going narrowboating.
It looks like there's a canal right through downtown.
Is there? Oh, and I think the River Trent's on the...
Ooh, on the net.
I'm
On...
sure it's wide
the
enough.
narrowboat network, the net.
Oh, I don't know that it is.
Oh.
Oh, no. Nottingham is
Cool.
on a broad canal.
Oh.
Mm.
Wow. And the River Trent, yes, is part of the sort of national waterways network. So,
Wow.
yeah. Very
Nationalized waterways. Nationalized waterways.
Nottingham is home to the Attenborough Nature Reserve.
cool. Yes, it is.
Very cool.
As
David
in Sir David
Attenborough.
Oh.
You know, the guy from
cool.
every documentary.
Yeah,
ever.
literally every documentary.
You may know me. It's like Troy McClure's bit from The Simpsons, where he's like, "Hi, I'm actor Troy McClure. You may know me from such films as something you've never heard of." Except Sir David Attenborough is like, "Hi, I'm Sir David Attenborough. You may know me from literally every documentary ever."
Did they actually get him on there, or was it just an imitation?
Hmm?
Did they actually get Sir David Attenborough on there?
No, I was making that up.
Okay.
That was me doing a bit.
I guess that's not the sort of show that get guests that much.
No,
Not like
Kyle,
Big Bang Theory.
Actually, they do get guests quite a bit.
Okay, never mind. I don't
Kyle,
watch very much.
do the thing.
Oh yeah,
I'm
and
hungry. I want to go home.
understandable. Before we sign off, we will take one Ask Us Anything question. This is from Zephyr Samaro, who asks, underground versus elevated rail. Do tunnels work out cheaper in the long run as they are protected from weather, or are they just that more expensive?
No, they're more expensive.
They are
Period.
kind of just
End
more
of story.
expensive.
It's more expensive to like replace an entire elevated guideway than it is or cheaper, excuse me, to replace an entire elevated guideway with completely new stuff than it is to retrofit any section of tunnel, basically, ever.
Yeah, tunnel work is expensive. You're always like shoring up the
And-
walls and moving the utilities and draining the water
And
all
don't
that.
forget about the like massive impact that like groundwater can have in terms of eroding
Yeah.
tunnels. Like there may not be weather underground, but there is like really
Hurricane
substantial.
Sandy.
There are really substantial environmental pressures, and
And then if the weather gets bad enough, Hurricane Sandy will just destroy an entire city's
Yeah.
tunnels.
yeah,
See New York. So
temporarily.
yeah. So elevated, yeah, you have very brief issues with like ice and heavy rain and high wind, but what's a few hours or a couple days of closures compared to like years and billions of dollars of damage?
Yeah, in modern cities, unless you have a density probably greater than like 20,000 people per square mile, which is very high density and only exists in like 3 cities in North America, you should probably be building elevated instead of underground.
Yeah.
Like if it's like a historical area, sure. Like,
Yeah, the utility of underground.
and I mean a real historical area,
not one that's just
Yale
there because
Crest.
NIMBYs.
Yo,
or like North Beach, whatever. It's all like 120 years old because it all burnt down the freaking Great Fire. But it's got to be a historical district, so we can never build any housing in North Beach of San Francisco. My name is what's his face? I don't know. You guys know what the annoying one on the board of supervisors is. Him. It's me.
No, but there is a crossover point where elevated and surface rail lines get so complicated and tight to construct that you may very well just give up and start digging.
Yeah, you can't do that in Rome or Milan or most of London or whatever. Like, you have to have straight streets for that, and that's why America is the greatest country on earth.
Straight and preferably on the wider side. Salt Lake City.
Say, can you see?
Yeah. And
I maintain that a downtown station at the city center location of an elevated train would go very hard because you could walk directly into the mall.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should just make that the selling point. Then people will fund this.
Yeah.
And then in terms of street width, you've got like a spectrum from like Chicago, which has legacy elevated rail that really just completely overshadows the street. Still great
Which is
transit,
fine.
which is literally fine, and we probably shouldn't be killing projects over. But on the other end, you have places like DC, where they've got elevated in the middle of some very large stroads, which like almost just fucking disappears. Even when there's a whole station that's barely taking up any space relative to the width of the street. So once your streets are wider than Chicago's, the same as Chicago's, just start putting up viaducts everywhere. It doesn't fucking matter.
Honolulu's doing it, so can you.
Slowly but surely.
Yeah, meanwhile, Salt Lake City with 132-foot wide streets.
God's favorite streets.
Yeah, we could put a 4-track like viaduct down
And
the
you
middle of
wouldn't
that
even
and
notice.
not impact the number of car lanes, probably. Show off 4th-track viaduct up to the university.
No, that's true, because there's 2 lanes of space for the existing tracks. If you just put the poles on the outside of that footprint, that would probably hold it up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So anyhow.
Why the fuck not?
4-track viaduct up to the University of Utah. Express trains running.
Be happy with 2. Like, you don't need express trains when you have station consolidation and
Yes,
total
you
grade
do.
separation.
You do need express trains.
Okay, New Yorker.
You always need express
Do you
trains.
always
Express
need-
trains are good.
You think BART should have express trains?
I do, actually.
Oh,
It's long enough that it's long
the-
enough that it could be helpful in some cases. Go do an A-B stop pattern just to be obnoxious. 1970s and 80s Chicago core.
Cries and front runner forward. This is Gibb Stop Express service.
Well, look.
Because we're wusses and we're unwilling to electrify.
Or we could just, like, do a Caltrain. Here's a thought. What if we did a Caltrain?
Yeah, Caltrain has
Caltrain,
become...
literally the best commuter rail in the United States. I wanted to say the world for a second.
Yeah,
but then
no,
I thought about
all
a
of
lot of
all of
things.
all of Britain. All of Britain.
Could
all
we
of
say
Britain,
North
all
America?
of France. It may be the best commuter train in the Americas, period.
Yeah, sure. New York
You
stuff
know,
is-
I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah.
The trouble with New York stuff is that it's slow.
Yeah, it's pretty slow, which they work
And
around
ancient
with the
trains, weird operating patterns.
heavily reliant on park and ride.
Not
Heavily reliant on park and
not
ride.
the future home of California high-speed rail.
Oh, possibly the home
Which,
of one of
thanks to
Lucid
Donald
Stu's
Trump,
concepts.
Which, thanks to Donald Trump trying to kill it, is probably going to happen.
Thanks.
Because now all the people in California who were previously against it are lining up for it because Donald Trump hates it, because that's how stupid California politics are.
And then this is an effective way for the Gav to triangulate his way through the middle of all
Thank
this
you,
in a pro-CHSR way.
President Gavin Newsom, my people yearn for freedom.
If it gets us high-speed rail.
I would like to propose the annexation of Nevada, Utah, Oregon, Washington, Idaho, Arizona, and New Mexico to the great state of California.
Is this
The
new
state of
great-
Deseret.
Yeah, I was just about
We are
to say.
creating not the state of Deseret, but the new California Republic, which will rise from the ashes of the United States.
The flag will have an even bigger bear.
It will have a bear
And
with
a
2
beaver.
heads.
A 2-headed bear.
And a beaver.
And a beaver.
And also a beehive that the bear
No, the
is
beaver
eating
stays on the
from.
back.
The bear is eating from the beehive to symbolize the fact that we are now a colonial possession of the state of California.
I could live with that.
Yeah.
Bears eat honey. That's fine.
Honey, Hunny.
So anyway,
But anyways, Caltrain's ridership has absolutely exploded because they've gone all in on easy to understand, relatively frequent, fast, and comfortable.
quite frequent.
Just everywhere to everywhere, all local service, instead of focusing on like incomprehensible schedules that only benefit commuters that are going to one place and only when traffic sucks.
Yeah, like it's had like 20,000 new daily riders in the last year, which is crazy.
If I recall from a previous episode where we also quoted the statistic, I think overall ridership is up like, what, 50%?
Yeah. And it's still not pre-pandemic, but you're never going to...
Yeah, well, the downtown San Francisco office jobs were quite something pre-pandemic.
Yeah,
so
and
this
not
is
so
less
much
of a
anymore.
Caltrain problem and more of a downtown San
Although
Francisco
I will
office jobs
say,
problem.
I've seen pretty good numbers coming out of downtown San Francisco lately.
Cool.
Like, as it turns out, the return to office is actually a thing now. So anyway, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you're listening on YouTube, and to follow and leave us a rating on iTunes and /or Spotify. If you like what we do here, please consider becoming a member on Patreon. Patrons receive early access to all of our regular content, as well as exclusive content and occasional merch drops. Speaking of patrons... At Frontrunner tier, $10 or more per month, we have Zach Adams, Aaron, Austin Speaker, Curtis Herring, and Tony Stanza.
At Redline tier, $5 a month, we have Christopher Whaley, DJ...
Hi,
I will.
Wow, that was fast.
Thank you.
Watkins, Elijah Kensler, Isaac Madsen, Jesse Mayo, Kyle Irving, Nebula, Reluctant LA Resident, and Robert P. Walsh, and Zephyr Zamora. Sorry, I'm on scrolling.
Yeah, come on, Dan.
Yeah.
At early 2000s light rail system, some could even say before the 2000s light rail system, not saying which, $3 a month we have Alex Dukelski, Ethan McDonald, Evelyn, G4, Litmus Zest, Martine Hecker-Martinez, Matt Gray, McKay Ransom, Oliver, Sam Myers, Sky Lukowski, Toronto Transit Channel, and Zach Verstock.
And at our Green Line tier, Nottingham Express Transit, we have Benjamin Wood, Joshua S. Horvath, Capil, Ryan Bailey, and William Rowe.
See you all on the net.